strikes him out. He gets out of it, and the Sox win game 1.
Suck a dick and eat shit out of the inning.
You fucking terrorist!
You just compared me to a big fucking piece of meat. 78, dude. 80 grand. 78. 80.
Like, I want to do a Red Sox podcast. I have somebody to do it with me. This KutterIsKing, I think.
I think it's a she, actually.
Hello and welcome in. Episode 10 of Dirty Water. The boys are back at it yet again. The vibes are vibing. Me and Mutt have probably never felt better. Shout out to the Pats continuing to get it done. Drake May, greatest quarterback in the history of humanity. But this is a Sox show primarily, and I'm your host, Hogdale. I'm joined today, as always, by the greatest man who's ever done it, Mike Banansky. Mutt, how you doing?
I need this podcast today, boys. It's been a bad couple days. Kid was sick. I've been sick. I tried to fix the settings on this fucking laptop to get me to look less like a albino ghost that screwed up the settings, so delayed this podcast. My kid is absolutely freaking out upstairs. My oldest son, I caught him listening to this podcast when I told him not to because of the language on here. He was homesick one of the days. Like, some guys catch their kids with like dirty pictures. My kid's laughing at Hogdale, laughing at us. I said,
I'm for the youth, man. Like, listen, I speak to the youth.
So I need this show, and I need the Patriots to beat the shit out of Jarrett Stidham. And by the way, CJ fucking Stroud, dog. CJ Stroud.
It was so bad.
It was.
Connor, how'd your Packers do this weekend?
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry. That was a low blow.
I mean, that Bears hate watch was, and I'll take that. That's a win for the Packers right there. That was immaculate hate watch.
You were clenching your anus when Caleb made that play, though. Like, don't lie. Like,
dude, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even. He made the worst throw ever 10 minutes later.
He did.
No, DJ Moore fucked him on that.
DJ Moore did also just stop running the route, which is like, why did he do that?
Dude, the cornerback, he had a lead on that. That was a bad throw. That was the cleanest pocket he had all game too.
Caleb Williams is one of the most mystifying players of all time because he genuinely has the talent to do whatever he wants. Like, his peak is like the best quarterback in the sport. But like, then there's all the other times he's playing the position where it's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's actively trolling out there, and then he just decides to lock in.
Yeah, and he's like the fastest player on the field too, and he just doesn't run.
Dude, late games, he's been unbelievable. Like,
he's so gifted,
otherworldly. They're going to be good.
Yeah, Bears got a bright future, man. They got a bright future.
The recession indicators are they're hidden.
Packers lost Jeff Halfley. They're buried and done. Matt LaFleur stays. Halfley out.
Halfley to your division. You guys are cooked.
Great. Come on in.
Hashtag Halfley out. Yeah, we talk about the Sox here. And I think the Sox future is, for the most part, relatively pretty good. Not much has happened since last week when everything happened. But we still got some shit we could talk about. Got some shit that we can yap about. We can open up here. The Ranger Suarez signing finally made official. They gave him a press conference. They gave him a jersey. We got the finer details of the contract as well. I believe it's like very backloaded, is it not?
Mm-hmm. Yes. The AAV is the CB, whatever. The value is higher, way higher than the actual cash. And they did this with a bunch of contracts this year where the money they're paying these guys is not going to happen until later on the contract. I guess is their way of doing deferrals. But did you guys watch the press conference today with Suarez?
No,
I didn't see the actual press conference. Did you see anything that like made you happy, Mutt?
Well, I got one nitpicked with that idiot Sam Kennedy, and then I just something Breslow said that I think we should talk about.
Yeah, sure.
So Sam Kennedy used the word urgency with signing Ranger Suarez, and I'm going to call Ranger. He said today to one of the reporters that his name is pronounced Ron Hare, but he said he's okay with Ranger. I like the idea of calling someone Ranger, so I'm going to call you guys okay with Ranger.
Just a cool name.
It's fucking awesome. I wish I would have renamed my kid Ranger. If I have another one, which I will not. No. Rangers would be a good name. Now, he said the word urgency. They've been talking since November, but it was urgent to get the deal done, and tried to pretend in this press conference that the Bregman signing was not tied into them signing Suarez. Does anyone on this podcast believe that for a second?
No, of course not. Like this, if anything, the signing happened as quick as it did because they felt embarrassed because they fucked up the Alex Bregman situation. Like they're not going to go on tape and admit like, yeah, we were stupid and like didn't have any idea what we were doing with the Bregman negotiation, so we had to pivot. Well, like that is what happened. Like we're not going to dance around that. Like you fucked up the Bregman situation, so you had to go to plan B. Now, I don't think Ranger Suarez is a bad plan B. I think this is a completely viable path to making the team better, but let's not kid ourselves.
And I just didn't like the way he used the word urgency. We've been urgent. There's nothing urgent about the offseason. They waited out on certain guys. They gave very good players lowball contracts, missed out, and eventually found a guy to take a fair deal. I like Suarez a lot. His postseason numbers are outrageous. The people around baseball love this guy. So it's not about him. It's about Sam Kennedy again spinning this bullshit. This was the plan, and they're being urgent, and it just reminder he's a dink. Number 2. So Breslow, after telling us that they needed a middle of the order bat because it changes the entire lineup, right? That when we were out in Vegas at the baseball meetings, middle of the order bat changes everything. Today, he said we're a pitching team and we're about run prevention. Is this infield right now built for run prevention of any kind behind this pitching staff?
Well, right now, opening day, your infield would be Marcelo at third. He's good. Great defender. Okay. Trevor Story, who is declining defensively at shortstop.
Yep.
At first base, Wilson Contreras, who is a meaningful upgrade defensively over who you had last year. And at second base right now is because of you still have all the outfielders. It's still Cedon Rafael as your opening day second baseman. And like, listen, like I think Cedon's a fine defender over at second. He could be a very good defender over at second, but that's still a nightmare scenario because like he should be in center. Just straight up should be in center. And like there's some that irritates me on a visceral level where it's like we're focusing on the defense because now it's like, is Nico Horner the play? Like, is that's where we're going?
Lou was just texting that or tweeting that saying, go trade for Nico Horner.
It's like, yeah, great defender, good contact bat. I just don't understand. We're building a team for run prevention. You play in the ballpark with the highest offensive park factor in the sport. You can't be Tampa North when you play in Fenway fucking Park. This is a team that should always be built to mash first and foremost. And if you pitch, that's a beautiful cherry on top. Like the best Red Sox teams, the teams that have won have been teams that obliterate the baseball and they also hit in the clutch and they elevate in the clutch.
I thought Lou wanted Rafael as second. I thought he was begging for that.
I think that's one of those things where Lou's just like acknowledging reality where he's like, it doesn't look like they're going to move to red. So it's like, we're just going to get ahead of this.
I'll also say, look, like the other thing Breslow said today was that we have the best defensive outfield in baseball. Like, okay, hand raised.
Do. Yeah.
If Rafael is in the outfield, when he said that today, I almost took that as we're not going to move him to second base. So take him out. Let's put him back in the outfield. Is it Romy at second? Is it some sort of mix? Like what's the second base mix if Rafael is back in the outfield?
It's a Romy David Hamilton platoon.
Yeah.
Which defensively is okay.
He forgot David Hamilton existed.
Yeah, David Hamilton exists, Smut. I'm sorry to remind you. I still would prefer Hamilton getting playing time over Nate Eaton. I can't lie. Like, I'm going to be completely upfront and honest. I like David Hamilton more as a player. David Hamilton is a very good defensive second baseman. Just for the love of God, don't put him at shortstop ever in a million years. Don't do it. But he also can't hit a lick. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh, I guess if we're pitching in defense now, I guess we don't need hitters.
Well, we don't need to hit. You don't need to hit. Listen, we're pitching in defense. And Romy mashes lefties, and I think he plays an adequate defensive second base. I don't remember looking at Romy out there and thinking that, like, oh, fuck, we're in trouble.
I bring it up because I agree with you 100%. The best Red Sox teams of my lifetime hit the cover off the baseball. They were clutch. They had a good closer at the back end. Like they had this, unless you're really, really, really counting on unbelievable year 2 for Roman Anthony. This lineup now to me leads. I know you are, especially you.
No, the Red Sox are. The Red Sox have shown you their actions.
Yeah,
they absolutely are. They expect him to perform like an MVP, and if he doesn't, then things become a lot harder.
A year after they said we don't put it all on the rookies, it's now, your second year guys. Go carry baseball.
They didn't even mean it at the time because Roman had to carry the team. Like, he was the reason they made the playoffs.
They brought him up and traded their best player 2 weeks later.
Yeah, they said, okay, Roman, you're a 20-year-old, please save us. And then he did, because he really is genuinely that talented.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, it's such a dumb fucking way to run your baseball team. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Going back to what you said about the Brazel saying we have the best outfield.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's him trying to sell Duran in center field. Because
it's just he plays a good center field, but I mean you're taking away Rafael was by some metrics, right? Hoggy was the best defensive outfielder in baseball last year. Like
absolutely. I mean, yeah, it was him or Pete Crow Armstrong. It was just those two. And
yeah, Anthony Duran and Abreu is not the best defensive outfield in baseball. Just not. If you include Rafael out there, you got me. I'm all for it. But and maybe you're right. Maybe that's him. Maybe Craig thinks if he tells the media that he can go back and someone will believe him. Like, oh, let's take Duran now. Maybe.
Dude, Yoshida's still here too, right? Like, why the fuck is Yoshida still here?
You had a good video on that. Great video on that last week.
You can sell me on Yoshida's, like, or you could sell me on Duran, like, not moving him because you need his offensive upside with the bat. Okay, that's fine, but Yoshida still can't be here because Duran needs to be rotating at DH because that's how you make it work. It just doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand why Yoshida's still here.
It's just still Cutter. It's still uneven, right? I mean, this is the team is right. You can make an argument that the team is better now than they were at the end of last year with all the moves they have made, like slightly better with Suarez and like I can, but I don't know what the move is. I'll admit it. Like but I think there's one more move to be had here. I can't imagine this is the roster going into the spring training or opening day.
We could talk about the move that potentially could be made. The rumors have been going around the Isaac Perades dealings. Yeah. Potentially. I wouldn't hate this. Obviously, it's been rumored that the Sox and the Astros have been talking about potentially trading for Isaac Perades. Yep. Who was the names of all that deal? Was Willier tossed in there?
Duran.
I saw Duran tossed in there. I'm like, I'm sorry, like Duran is. There has to be a prospect attached with Perades for that deal to get done. Like Duran is significantly better than Isaac Perades.
I saw like Astros fans throwing in like Spencer Arrighetti and a few prospects when they were attaching Duran's name to it.
That's more fair. Mm-hmm. And I know some of them are balking when you bring up Cam Smith, which is funny because I don't know what the fuck has Cam Smith done yet. I saw his Savant page and it looks like Christian Campbell's, which is like, that's another guy who has a lot to prove himself. Cam Smith plays good defense, I believe, though, already. So he has that going for him. But like, I'm not against trading for Isaac Perades. Like he adds home run power to this lineup. He pulls the absolute shit out of the baseball. Like that's all he does. Like his power is like been described as fugazi power because like he does one thing elite and that's pulling fly balls. But that's how you get easy home runs is by pulling fly balls significantly. And like, yeah, he'd pepper the monster a million times over, like playing at Fenway Park. The only like concerning things like I see about Perades is that like this would be like the third team in a row that's looked at him and been like, okay, yeah, no thanks, I'm going to trade him. Like this dude, I feel like he's moved every 5 seconds. I don't know like what that says about him as a character guy. He's not a great defender, but he's not abysmal. Like he's not good, but he's not like the worst defender you've ever seen. He's just like run of the mill bad. So I mean, like that would be an improvement if he played with third base over like Rafael Devers in the past, but that would also be contradictory to Craig Breslow saying we're Tampa North now. But like I'm not anti this trade. Like the names have to be correct. Like the value has to be correct. Like Duran, like I said, like you need to add more to that package than just Perades. He's significantly better. And I think there would even have to be a sweetener with Willier because I think Willier at this point in his career is significantly better and more accomplished than Isaac Perades.
And I'll ask you guys, what's the metric that you guys look at defensively? I'm not an expert like on what to look at, whether it's the StatCast range factor stuff, defensive run save. What do you think is the best metric? Because if you look at his Baseball Reference defensive run save, like his best position by far is third base. He's basically a zero, but -6 at first. He's -3 at second. He's -24 at third. He's a bad defensive shortstop based on very small sample size. But third base is not. I'm with you, Hog. Based on some of the numbers I'm looking at, not terrible. But is he a run prevention third baseman? Based on what Breslow said today, I don't know.
Like yeah,
no.
Meyer is. No, go ahead, Cutter. Sorry.
That's what you need, though. You need run prevention. Like this, I mean, Story could. I mean, I know he had a fully healthy season. Hopefully, he does this year, but he could dive and tear up his shoulder again, like he did 2 years ago, and then you're really screwed. But like this defense, just I would love to get Paredes because he's young, and he will pepper that wall. But you need defense, so and he's not really the greatest option for that. But he would work.
Like he's fine. Like and to me, like the home run power adds a bunch just to a team that didn't hit enough home runs last year. Just straight up, like they were putting the ball in play, but like they just lacked power. Maybe because they traded the best power hitter, that the team has had since David Ortiz. That probably had a part to do with it. But like that's still unchanged. Like you still haven't done anything to fix that. It's like you need to add power in the lineup. And that's the thing though, is like if you're shipping Wilyer out is kind of tough because Wilyer, like part of adding to the power potential of this team is like getting a fully healthy Wilyer season. Because Willier's good for about 20-25 home runs bare minimum if he just stays healthy over a full 162. And Duran's great, but he's not a power hitter. Like I think he tops out at 15 to 18, like for the most part, but then hitting a billion doubles. Like that's not saying he's not valuable. It's just that not a power hitter.
Yeah.
And then obviously you're hoping Roman taking that jump, he'll like probably hit 30 bombs, but you need to raise the power ceiling of this team. To win in the playoffs, you got to be able to hit home runs.
We saw it, and I don't have the stat in front of me, but there is a crazy stat of the team the last X amount of years. The team that out-homered the other team in the playoffs has won 75-80% of the games. It's just insane how much home runs mean. I thought the team was going to focus on that. We thought they did based on what Breslow said, and now I'm glad we brought it up because we all sort of agreed that this is one way to go about it. You made your pitching better, and there's no doubt about it, but trying to go about it this way in the American League East against Toronto and Baltimore and the Yankees, we'll see. And they still have pitching depth to trade. They have Duran to trade. They can make other moves. I just think the way this team is, it's just imperfect right now, and I'm expecting something else here from Breslow. We'll see what it is.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, you can't win 90 games 1-0, 2-0.
Totally
like pitching's your strong suit right now, but you're not going to score runs. I mean, you're just straight up not going to score.
Yeah, they don't have other than Roman, like they don't have like the highest end elite level producer. Like they don't have their superstar, and you don't because it can't just be all on one guy. 2018, yeah, Mookie Betts was the best player on that team, but then he also had JD Martinez sitting right next to him, like as a tag team partner, and all these great supplementary bats, like as well. It can't just be one guy. 2013, it wasn't just David Ortiz. Like there was a bunch of guys that you brought on, like who seemed like one-off veterans at the time who just had huge years. Like you had guys like like Mike Napoli, and Shea Victor, Johnny Gomes, all these guys supplementing. 07, it was Ortiz and Ramirez and Lowell.
And Josh Beck at the front of the rotation. Like
yes.
you had
Pedroia.
Pedroia, yes.
Pedroia, yeah. Pedroia's huge piece.
Like
I forgot about him for some reason.
MVP Hall of Fame Pedroia. Not just got cleated by Manny Machado Pedroia. Great point. Like, and that's one of the things that is looming for this team. Like, the best player on the team is going into his first full year in Major League Baseball. Like so he's going to be asked to be an MVP level player. Is he also going to be asked to sort of lead the team? Or is that Wilson Contreras supposed to come in year one and do what Bregman did and be a clubhouse leader? Is Carlos Narvaez supposed to step up? I just wonder where that leadership comes from when you have so many good players that are younger on this team. We'll see, I guess.
Do they expect Meyer to take a gigantic leap this year? And like, his Roman's Robin is Meyer. He's just needs to get there. We're now joined by one of the most handsome men in America, Chris Klemmer. Klemmer, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Couldn't agree more. How are you boys doing? How are you doing, Hogdale?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I'm happy to have you on.
Thank you. I was having a nice morning, and then I read Mutt's idiotic blog, and I got upset.
You texted me right away, and you said I want to come on and talk about it. What was the idiotic part about my suggestion that if Jeff Kent's in the Hall of Fame, eventually Dustin Pedroia will get into Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame? By the way, I will say this off the top. Chris Klemmer, I consider a Hall of Fame expert, way above my knowledge level on the Hall of Fame. I gave my opinion. He's going to give like a doctorate on why I'm wrong about this. So go ahead.
So I love the Hall of Fame. And I appreciated Justin Pedroia. Justin Pedroia was a very good player. I think if he didn't get hurt, he would have had a career pretty similar to Barry Larkin. Probably would have stayed in the same city. Both won the title. Obviously, Pedroia won 2. Mutt said, I know, but you said he had 3, then you said he had 2 in the blog. You did backtrack.
I'm crediting him for 2. He doesn't get credit for the third one.
Okay, fine.
His leadership ability definitely a huge contributing factor for the third one. Come on.
He played 3 games in 2018. That's
intangibles.
Right.
He got a ring.
He got a ring.
But then Mike didn't give Jeff Kent credit for 92, which is fair.
Because he was a rookie on that team, and his leadership would not have been a factor like Pedroia's was.
Okay.
We're narrative balling. We love to see
it. The greatest leaders in the world. If you have, me playing center field, you're not going to win any baseball games. But okay, so Justin Pedroia, I think, would have had a potentially a Hall of Fame career. Now he did get kind of a later start compared to some Hall of Famers. He was kind of banged up a little bit as he entered his 30s. It's just middle infield's tough, right? Like it's just hard to stay healthy. It's hard to stay upright. Even if Machado hadn't hurt him, he would have probably been a questionable Hall of Famer, though maybe he would have got in. Maybe he would have found some durability in his late 30s. Fine, we can have that discussion, but that unfortunately didn't happen. And he probably would have been kind of a more borderline case anyway. Jeff Kent has the most home runs by any second baseman ever, and he still didn't get voted in by the writers. It took the players committee to
they changed the name of whatever it's called now.
I would also put forward that the writers are the worst group of spineless losers I've ever seen in my entire life, and they are genuinely pretty bad at their job. Jeff Kent should have been way sooner for exactly what you're saying, by the way.
I agree. Jeff Kent should have been in sooner. And I saw Mutt had a tweet in here of like, all right, look at compare the 10 best seasons by Pedroia with the 10 best seasons by Kent. And it's pretty even. But the problem is Pedroia played like 11 seasons and Jeff Kent played like 17. So you can't just look at the 10. Like it's cherry picking.
Well, but you can if you want to say when they were at their best, who was a better player, and it's very similar. And the point of the blog was very simply, I think there's going to be turnover in the way people look at this. They're going to look more elite at the highest level you played versus. And I'm not saying Kent's this guy, but there are other guys. I consider Craig Biggio one of these guys, very good player, but did accumulate a lot of stats over a long period of time. I think as the game has changed, analytics has changed. People are looking more when you played at your peak. And when I compare Kent's peak to Pedroia's, they're very similar. Pedroia gets a couple of edges. In the counting stats, Kent is a much better player. And my opinion is that even if he doesn't get in the next 8 years, he took a major leap from 11 to 20%, whatever it was, a 74% increase in year 1. Chase Utley had a big leap. Like, to me, I would include, those are 3 of the best second basemen I saw in my lifetime. Utley, Pedroia, Jeff Kent. And if those 2 eventually get in, it's my opinion that these writers are going to get there and say, well, if we put these 2 guys in, we know Pedroia's longevity is not there. But at his best, he was one of the best players in baseball. He's one of the only 2 players in baseball who can say he won a Rookie of the Year, an MVP, 2 Gold Gloves, 2 World Series, and 4 Gold Gloves. It's him and Johnny Bench.
Let me roll my eyes at that. Just want to make sure the camera. Okay, you got that. All right. Yeah, the 4 Gold Gloves. Who gives a fuck? Like, what are we doing? You're like, it's just cherry picking. Like, why not 6 Gold Gloves? Why not 3 gold? You know why? Because it fits this narrow argument that somehow Johnny Bench, who also, by the way, his career ended early, and Pedroia are somehow similar, which they're not. Johnny Bench is a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the greatest catchers of all time. Justin Pedroia maybe would have been a borderline candidate had he stayed healthy. So I think that argument is just built on.
Go ahead, Matt. No, go ahead.
Craig Biggio, 6th all-time in doubles. So yes, did he stick around a while?
Yes.
We have to be careful with this, and I think there is some truth to what you're saying in that writers, you kind of see it with David Wright getting a bump, Chase Utley getting a bump. Pedroia, although like Pedroia and Wright are more on the same page of these guys are never getting in. They're just getting little bumps because it's a really weak ballot. I think Utley is probably going to get in. I think we need to be careful that we just don't say, oh, they compiled stats and throw them away. Because if you play that game, then Don Mattingly was a better player than Wade Boggs because his peak was better. But guess what? Wade Boggs was a better player than Don Mattingly. You know why? Because he could stay on the fucking field. Like, just because you get hurt doesn't mean you get a halo effect of, oh, no, you now become legend because you had 3 awesome seasons. Like, I don't think it works that way. And I think it's kind of shitty that, like, guys like Don Sutton, who still won 300 games, you have some good players Craig Biggio, that did stick around a while. But there's value in being out there every day. If you can't play baseball, then you don't have value. That's a big deal. Durability should count.
What level were you at, though? Like, and again, there we could go. You would probably agree with me. Lou Whitaker should be in the Hall of Fame. Lou Whitaker should be in ahead of Jeff Kent, who I think should be in.
Lou Whitaker should be if Alan Trammell is in, then Lou Whitaker is in. And for a Red Sox perspective, if Jim Rice is in, then Dwight Evans should be in. Because compare their career stats. And Dwight Evans
compare Rice and Pedroia, some of their numbers. They're pretty close too.
Rice, now if you listen to people who watched, I'm too young, everyone's like, oh, Rice was the most feared slugger of his day.
For 10 years, that decade, yeah, I've heard that.
Okay, that matters to some extent, but like Dwight Evans has the same stats. So like, do I care if he did it in a little block, or do I care if he spread it out over your career? Because like when it ended for Jim Rice, it was ugly. Like he couldn't see the ball anymore, and it was quick. Where Dwight Evans, it was more spread out evenly.
I would say though, with the peak argument, if you're right, if it's only over 3 years, fine. If it's between a 6 to 7 year peak, I think you can make an argument. This is where where do you stand on Felix Hernandez? Are you like the same deal on Felix Hernandez?
It's tough. And we're seeing this also like with voters, that they're not looking at wins the same way. And that's probably the right way to go, because wins just don't matter for pitchers as much as they used to. I think wins still have a tremendous amount of value personally. Because if you got a win nowadays, it means you were in the game for 5 innings, which is sad to say in 2026. That's an accomplishment. That means you gave your bullpen a little bit of a rest. And nowadays, I think it's a big deal. But at the end of the day, though, we just see so much less wins than even 10 years ago. You guys all see that. So wins probably should count less. Felix Hernandez was a brilliant pitcher for some really shitty teams, and therefore didn't get a lot of wins, right? Like he was, that's just a bad draw. Nothing he did wrong. He's a borderline to me. If he got in, I wouldn't be like punching a wall, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, because to me, like Felix, he fell off young. Like his body betrayed him in a lot of ways. Like at his peak, like he screams Hall of Famer to me. Like when I saw Felix Hernandez at his peak, I'm like, this guy is one of the best to ever do it. Like he's easily one of the best on the planet. He was one of the only guys at the time even coming close to rivaling like Kershaw's stats when Kershaw was putting up fucking cartoony numbers back in the day.
I guess that's one of my issues. Maybe this is unfair thing, but like Felix Hernandez was never the best pitcher in baseball, though, because like Kershaw was better, Johan was better. Like these other guys, Johan, by the way, and I'm a Mets fan. Johan Santana should not be in the Hall of Fame. David Wright should not be in the Hall of Fame. Like they just didn't play long enough. So hopefully I'm consistent on that end. I just don't. It's tough for these guys that get hurt. Like Sandy Koufax, people pointed out. Like Sandy Koufax got hurt. Well, yeah, but he was like the most dominant player in his game. He single-handedly, him and Drysdale brought 3 teams to the World Series in like a 4-year period. So like it's a little different. Felix Hernandez couldn't even get to the playoffs. So
those Mariners teams were fucking awful. Though.
Go look at the Dodgers.
Some bad teams.
Go look at the Dodgers lineup in the '60s. Those teams were horrible, and it was they only got there because of Drysdale and him. Now those guys at that point were starting 40 games a year, not 30, and going complete games, so you could have more of an effect. Felix is kind of a to me. I don't know if he'll get in. You know what's you know what helps Pedroia's case, if you want to go back, which I don't think, by the way, Pedroia is not getting it. But what helps Pedroia's case to me is Andrew Jones got in. Andrew Jones did not have 2,000 hits. And he's the first guy since 1975 to be voted in that did not get 2,000 hits. Ralph Kiner was that guy. So Buster Posey's going to get in next year, I think, and he doesn't have 2,000 hits. So that helps Pedroia's case. But if you're talking about a Red Sox player, in my opinion, that should be in the Hall of Fame that's not, it's Curt Schilling.
Yeah, I mean,
Kurt, there's no argument. The only argument to keep Schilling out is like, we don't like him, which is not a real argument.
He was mean to media guys. It's too bad. Yeah.
So you said that, which is, I guess, is true, right? That you have the whole journalism. Right.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to get too political with it, but like, yeah, he took it. He took a political meme, like made a funny T-shirt about it, clearly being sarcastic. And that turned guys like Dan Shaughnessy into fucking puddles. Like
listen, you're never going to catch me defending Curt Schilling's character, especially after the fucking Tim Wakefield shit. That guy should never be able to step foot in the city of Boston ever again. If he ever gets there, he'll probably get jumped, and rightfully so. But like, in terms of just pure what he did on the field, Curt Schilling's one of the most clutch pitchers in the history of the sport. And let's not even like, his regular season numbers don't back him up. They absolutely still back him up. Like Curt Schilling should be in the Hall of Fame. Beginning, end of story, no question. The first person they ever let in the Hall of Fame was Ty Cobb. He was an infamous wife beater. Stop talking to me about the fucking character clause. It's not real. I also think Andrew Jones had a thing with his significant other at some point, and he just got in. So be consistent with your fucking character clause. It pisses me off.
So here's the thing with Schilling, though, that kind of confuses me. So we all agree that he should be in, and we all agree that he pissed the writers off. And you guys are right, absolutely right. Shaughnessy, a bunch of those guys went way over the top with it. As far as like, Schilling's this bad guy, and they made him a villain. Why didn't the players vote him in when he was up for the Veterans Committee.
Oh, he pissed them off too. He'd sell it from apparently he was not the best teammate ever. Apparently,
Like that to me, I thought for sure they were going to vote him in, and they didn't. So I don't know what. I just that to me is one I can't really wrap my head around because Schilling to me is such an obvious Hall of Famer that, and guys like I love guys like Fred McGriff. I love Harold Baines. You want to say Harold Baines doesn't get in, fine, whatever. I loved watching him play. I love McGriff. Those guys, you can make an argument. All right, maybe they shouldn't be in to some extent, although less with McGriff. There's no argument for Schilling. Schilling should 1,000% be in the Hall of Fame. And the fact that he's not, and two voting bodies didn't vote him in, is crazy to me.
completely agree. Makes sense.
You guys are talking before my time, man.
How old are you, Cutter?
2004, I was born.
You were born in 04. Really, wow. It really was before you.
I was born in '99, so I remember some tail end Schilling.
This is
8 days before.
my boys, Clem. I'm the oldest man.
Jesus Christ! So it's this mutt and these two, like this old man and these two young people doing this show.
Upstarts.
What a weird show.
The best. It's
the
truly
pre-show, Klemmer. The pre-show, they talk about all this stuff. I have no idea what they're talking about. The stuff online, these memes. Someone did. I am way over my head.
Cutter, what do you think about Mutt? Do you have a lot of experience with Mutt? What do you think about Mutt?
I don't know. He had me blocked, and then
Oh, really?
yeah, I don't know what happened, but
What's going on?
apparently he had me blocked. I don't think I ever tweeted at him before.
I have a
Maybe.
picture. I have a picture of you now, buddy. I have a picture of you. Leak it out. Don't make me fucking leak it out.
Yeah, Cutter, you ever going to show your face on the show? What's going on? I always use this K.
Yeah, I got a lot of people after me.
Really?
A lot of shooters.
Yeah, I got Yankee players after me. I got
Yankee players. Which Yankee player do you hate the most on the team right now?
probably Schlittler.
Okay.
I can tell you which Yankee player hates him the most.
One.
Yeah.
Jazz Chisholm.
That's
Oh, Jazz Chisholm doesn't like you. Right.
They had like a whole big
Yeah.
beef online.
Yes.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, his wife does, or his fiance. Sorry, his fiance doesn't like me either.
No.
Yeah, well, maybe look, I'm an old man. I'm like Mutt. We're the same. In fact, I think I'm a little older than Mutt. Maybe just don't go after the wives and girlfriends. I don't know. That's me. I don't know. What do I know?
Yeah, I don't know. I was more going after the idea of it.
Yeah, oh my god.
Just the concept of a wife or a girlfriend you're going after. Okay.
Well,
all right.
the types
We
of
wanna- we
people
wanna-
certain people want to make their wives, but that's
All right.
I think the hope, Klemmer, is that eventually we're going to bring him to a baseball stream in New York and just throw him on stream. Just say, world, this is Cutter. This is KutterIsKing.
Yeah, if that happens, then you got to show your face, Cutter. Eventually, you're going to have to show your face. Bosco did it for a while. He was able to hide for a while, but then eventually he had to show.
Bosco used to be faceless?
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and to be fair, like it helped his career by going like it elevated it. Like it can help because you can only go so far with a letter K as your
Oh yeah.
face, I think. Where are you guys? So Red Sox. Let's talk a little Red Sox, I guess. While I'm here, where are you guys with this offseason so far? What are you guys thinking?
It's complicated because Craig Breslow. It's at least for me. I think I hold a lot of hatred and resentment towards Craig Breslow because he's fucked up some pretty high profile situations now. Raffy, and then now like letting Bregman walk and butchering that negotiation. But like we're on the up and up because I like the Ranger Suarez signing. I thought it was a rock solid signing.
Me too.
It reinforces the identity of this Red Sox team going forward, which is we're just going to pitch you to death because they have such a insane swath of quality arms. They're genuinely like 11 arms deep, which is absurd, which makes me think a trade has to be coming because I mean, listen, and you can never have enough pitching. The Dodgers showed that here in the past, but like at the same time, you have more than 2 full rotations worth of pitchers. Surely you can't keep all of them.
Can you, Klemmer, Breslow said today, this will sort of sum up where we are with this team. Breslow said today that they're clearly a pitching and run prevention team. Can you be that type of team and be successful in the American League East?
I think you can. The American League. So you guys are in the weaker league, but you're in the best division in that league. So it's tough.
Yes.
Especially the offseason Baltimore and Toronto had. Both have added big time.
Baltimore is, I think, a lot better.
Me too. Me too.
and
They're not done yet
Lineup
either.
is sick.
Tampa's probably worse, so maybe you could pick up some cheap wins there. But the problem is, so will the Yankees, Orioles, and Blue Jays. It's a tough spot. Any other division in the American League, I would say, sure, yeah, you can get away with that. In the East, I don't know. I really do like Suarez. I like him a lot. And obviously, Crochet is incredible. One of the rare. There aren't many aces in baseball, like a real ace, and you have one. And then Sonny Gray is the perfect guy to back of the rotations to just dial up innings for you and just give that bullpen a break. And so you guys have some pieces there that I really do like. Wilson Contreras is a good, competent player. Like he's going to be a dependable guy. Like he'll just kind of get the job done. Like he reminds me a little bit of like I don't know if you guys remember when Victor Martinez was on the Red Sox.
Oh, dude, I loved Victor Martinez on the Red Sox, dude. He was so good here.
Like I think it's going to be pretty similar. Like an older veteran, but can still like be pretty productive with the bat. Will still hit those 25 home runs for you. So I think he's going to do that for you. I really like Duran. I think he's a fantastic player. So you guys have some like pieces there that I do really like. The problem is the Yankees now will have Cole for like I know the Yankees have some pitching issues too, but whatever. Like Rodon is hurt. I don't think you're going to see Clark Schmidt this year. So the Yankees have some issues, but they're still going to be good as long as Aaron Judge is healthy. The Blue Jays, like you guys said, they're really good.
They're a wagon,
and they're gonna have a full year of Yasevich. Yankees will have a full year of Schlittler. So like
that Orioles lineup, Klemmer,
and that Orioles
lineup is sick now.
I know. Like Alonso's a really like I'm gonna miss him having him here because there just aren't many guys who hit 40 home runs a year for you. And like even if he wasn't hitting the home runs, he was always that threat. He was always there. Like you're waiting. He could always kind of keep you in any game. So yeah, I mean I think I have you guys right now like on paper like in the playoffs, but I don't know beyond that.
Would you take the over or under 87.5 wins? Probably over if you're the playoff team, I guess.
I think so. I think so.
I think this team right now, as constructed, can win 90 games. I do think that.
I think so too.
I worry about the ceiling in the playoffs because of I just don't think Roman has his running buddy yet. I don't think he has like that co-star. I think Roman is absolutely good enough to be the face of your franchise. But like, who's his JD Martinez? I don't think he has his JD Martinez right now to pair alongside like a Mookie Betts back in the day, or like when Manny was right next to Poppy.
No, for Red Sox fans, this will be one of the weaker lineups of a good team that you've had. Like a competitive team, and you guys certainly are that. I got to bounce, but thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
No, dude, thanks for popping on. This was awesome. Appreciate you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Later, man.
Later, Cutter.
Nice
Have a good one, guys.
Have a great evening, dude.
The great Chris Klemmer. Gonna exit out here.
Shout out Klemmer, man. He's just a ball knower.
Shout out Klemmer.
He's just fucking fun to talk to. What a guy.
Yeah, I again before your time, but there'll be people listening to this that found this show because they would hear me on the Kirk Minahan show. And Klemmer before he's a Barstool star and the star of Chris Klemmer's Rat Race, which debuts on February 2nd. Like he was a character on Kirk's show. He had a movie podcast. Like he's just a very eccentric, weird dude. And he fucking loves baseball. And I think that's good. It's good for us guys because we have baseball allies, guys like Hubs, guys like Klemmer. They root for terrible teams, but they like baseball. They love baseball, which is good.
My favorite piece of content that came from Klemmer was on TikTok. He had a series where he was opening baseball packs from like the early 90s, the ones with the bubble gum in it. And I think it was like if he got a Hall of Famer, he would eat the bubble gum or something like that. I don't know if he ever got to it, but I would watch those. Those things, they were hilarious. And he would stick the card to his forehead. Whoever the best player in the card in the pack was, he would stick it to his forehead.
Good dude.
We love him, man. We got nothing but love for Chris Klemmer here. Plus, he's a certified cinephile. Motherfucker loves movies. He watches like 1 billion a year.
You had a good recommendation too. Train Dreams on Netflix. I don't watch a lot of movies, but Train Dreams on Netflix is excellent. And that was his 3rd or 4th ranked movie of the year, 2025, and I will say it was good.
I love that. I need to lock the fuck in and watch more modern movies. I've been on a big Paul Thomas Anderson kick recently. I've been catching up with his filmography, and he's probably one of my favorite directors of all time right now. Honestly, like shout out Boogie Nights, shout out One Battle After Another, There Will Be Blood, just fucking banger after banger after banger. Guy's a fucking exceptional talent.
I like all those movies. I would have no idea that someone named Paul Thomas Anderson is like part of it. I just Marky Mark's in one of those movies. I know Leonardo DiCaprio is in one. I just don't. The guy who did Moneyball is the guy that I like. Aaron Sorkin. I like that.
Aaron Sorkin's good. He's a Social Network guy, right? I still need to watch the Social Network.
West Wing. He's done a lot of good stuff.
gotta watch The Social Network. I gotta do that.
That's talking
I'm
movies.
Party fouls.
Mod Hog and Cutter.
Yeah, talking movies. Like we're out here. Dirty movies. Oh my
Social
god.
Networks. He was written by your dude Mutt, right? Wasn't it directed by Fincher?
Yeah, you wrote it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. It was, David Fincher directed.
Again, I could be dead ass wrong, fellas. I am not good at that stuff.
Me when I just make shit up.
I watch movies. I'll watch a movie like multiple times in a span. Like I'll start I watched Moneyball like every night for months. Like now I'm watching old movie The Sting with Paul Newman and Robert Redford, which is on Netflix. Tremendous old gambling movie.
You know, this is a fine sidetrack. What's your guys' most rewatched movie of all time?
Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, the Raimi trilogy?
Yeah.
Like go in that order? Like it just rip through?
Probably 1, 3, 2. 2 is the best movie, but 3 was the only one I remember. Like
Spider-Man 3 is such a bad movie, but it's also fucking hilarious. It's so funny.
Oh, the bad Peter, like everything. It's hilarious. Yeah.
It's just...
And then probably a Bronx Tale is up there too. I've seen that.
Well, I was gonna say for me, it's got to be Goodfellas. Like I went through a phase where college when it came out, we watched it over and over and like so rewatch like beginning like could watch it right now if it's on TV now. Goodfellas top of that list.
I feel that. I think for me, I've seen the movie Step Brothers probably 8 trillion times. I love that movie so much. I'll watch it all the time with my dad back in the day. Fucking, I love that movie.
Yep, that's a good one too.
What about you, Mutt?
I said Goodfellas.
Oh, you said Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, Moneyball recently, Seabiscuit horse racing movie. Probably those three.
I love that. Like, yeah, fucking. It's Step Brothers. It's a movie. Basketball. I love Basketball. So
40-Year-Old
I haven't
Virgin
seen that in
for
forever.
comedy.
Bob Costas was great in that.
Basketball is such a objectively terrible movie, but is so unbelievably fucking funny. Like, it's one of my favorite things is at the end of the movie, like we're on the Malaka Laka board, where it's like, fuck, it's like, this has not been built. I'm like, what is this? Who cares? And it's just like, you should be ashamed of yourselves fighting on the Malaka Laka board. It's like, what do you mean? What is this? This means nothing to anybody. It's so stupid. I fucking
love it. Are you a South Park guy then too, Hog?
Oh yeah, I grew up watching shit ton of South Park. So much back in the day. Shot South Park the movie as well. Amazing. Bigger, longer, and uncut. Shit is fucking hilarious.
Team America, pretty good.
I love Team America. Team America is amazing. Fucking, like, fires.
I don't think I've ever watched
the Tower.
South Park episode.
Really, dude, South Park's so fun. It's just so good and it's so dumb in all the best ways possible. It's one of those things where like I grew up like just watching like all those animated series and like I call upon them as references like a Rolodex in my head. Like I think I have every South Park episode in there. I got like every American Dad episode in there. A lot of Family Guy in there.
I know that Kanye said he would choke a South Park writer with the fish stick in one of his songs.
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah, because
on Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, it's because they called him. There was an episode where they made Kanye West not get a joke about fish sticks. Like they're saying it's like, oh, do you like fish sticks? And it's like, yeah, it's like you're a gay fish, you know, because it sounds like fish dicks. Like it's just Kanye West is the only person on planet Earth who doesn't get the joke, and like the entire episode is about him trying to get the joke, and like he brutally murders Carlos Mencia, who stole credit for the joke. It's amazing. Taking time to shit on Carlos Mencia is amazing too. Just like, yeah, just fuck it. Like this guy's a joke thief. Let's crucify him.
My references, I'll go back to Seinfeld. That'd be my series I've watched over and over again.
You know what it's like, man, to be a comedian, not be funny. I ain't got no teeth. I ain't got a teeth, man.
What kind of show is that called?
What's that?
What category of show is that?
Seinfeld is a comedy. Sitcom.
What kind of
sitcom, asshole. Sitcom.
We love
sitcom. Jerry, she's bald.
We love Seinfeld in this stuff. I still got to watch like 4 seasons of Seinfeld. To be honest, I'm not fully caught up at all.
How many are there?
How many seasons of Seinfeld are there? Actually, that's a great question.
Again, this goes back to like this is why Klemmer is great. He's super nerdy, like he would know stuff top of his head. I don't know. I just know that like towards the end they get a little bit goofy with some of the plot lines, but
there's 9 seasons of Seinfeld.
All right, I have 9 like to watch.
Yeah. Felt like 1,000.
I was wrong. I have 6 more to watch because I think I was only on season 3.
Yeah. Well, you bet, buddy. You got about 2.5 months. Your life's over. April, whatever, late March.
Yeah,
over, buddy.
Dude, I'm so fucking excited for baseball season.
Are you going to stream WBC ready. At all?
Absolutely. It's going to be a great primer for the season. I make that announcement here. Why not? It's like, yeah, I'll do.
Wow.
I'm going to do all Team USA's games for sure.
Huge.
USA. If there's one time that I'm willing to be patriotic unapologetically, it's for sports and like sports teams or individual athletes. Like, listen, I'm ready to crush everyone under the might of the American empire when it comes to fucking the Olympics or baseball, hockey. Doesn't matter. Like, fucking, we are better than you. It's time to establish dominance.
The question is, Cutter, will he be critical of Team USA? Because Hog is great because he's critical of everybody. Can he be critical of Team USA?
Dude, you better be critical of the guy in right field that shouldn't be captain.
I'm going to get, I don't even, is that Judge? Is Judge playing or whatever?
When he goes 0 for...
What is it, Judge? What are you talking about?
When he goes 0 for 8 against Japan, but he has 18 home runs off an Israeli plumber.
Are you gonna if they win? Is it count for a championship for Judge?
Dude, no chance.
Has he won a World Baseball Classic yet? Have they?
No, this is his first one.
Well, because Japan won the last one.
Yeah.
That's sad. I will admit, like I've committed to this year's World Baseball Classic, but in general, I've not enjoyed it because I feel like if you're going to pay a pitcher, let's call like $30 million a year, and he gets hurt in this exhibition thing, like, is that really good for Major League Baseball? And I've been more MLB versus World Baseball Classic, but the reality, we're going to have no baseball at the end of this year for at least a year with this lockout looming. I'm all in the WBC, and especially if Hog's going to be streaming, I'm.
It's going to be. I mean, dude, Team USA is looking stacked right now. I mean, considering that at the top of your rotation you have Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal as your 1-2. It's pretty fucking filthy. Like, that's just insane to me. Speaking of lockout, by the way,
I was going to say, you know what? I know it's on our list, but it's been a fun episode. I'm in a better mood now than I was. I can hear my kids screaming upstairs, but I feel better. Like, Klemmer made me laugh. We have to talk about Kyle Tucker getting $1 billion and the league and the people on this. I'm looking at Twitter, but the people on Twitter, what a bunch of pusses! Like, ruining baseball. And
the brokest people you know are upset about Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers.
Oh.
Smells like broken here. Like, that's, and yeah, like, major league owners they're upset. They're angry.
Dodgers, $60 million.
Throw a pair and fucking pay somebody.
I can't buy a 7th yacht.
Yeah. As he wiggles his dumb little pencil mustache, piece of shit.
Still on the Orioles, probably does.
Oh yeah, dude, I mean, like, it's. I just think it's comical. Like, major league owners are pissed off, and cool. You're not going to get a salary cap. Like, it's just not going to fucking happen. Like, Klemmer, again, intelligent baseball mind as he is, he mirrors my take on this. He has the exact same take that I do. Like, it doesn't matter how long you fucking shut the door and lock the players out for. There's not going to be a salary cap. It's just not going to happen. Major League Baseball is the strongest union in sports and maybe in America. They will not be broken. They weren't broken in the past, and they're going to refuse to allow over 100 years of history at this point of labor victories to be thrown away, like, just like that for no reason. It's just not going to fucking happen.
I agree, except Kyle Tucker is soft for that. He needs to. No, but people should be going after him more than the Dodgers, I think.
Well, yeah, this is Kevin Durant to the Warriors, kind of thing.
But it's not even, because the Warriors lost at least.
Yeah, but they lost because everyone got injured. I mean, when the Warriors were healthy, they were the most unbeatable team in the history of the sport.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw he said that the Dodgers' pursuit for a three-peat made his decision easier. Like, yeah, no shit.
I think the $60 million made it easier, to be honest. I'm going to say that's my hot take. I think $60 million AAV over 4 years with potential for an opt-out. I think that did.
It's just like basketball, one player is so much more impactful than baseball. I get what you're saying, Cutter. I guess I don't feel the same way that I felt about Durant. And maybe I'm just old and I'm getting, softer in my old age. But he got the money. The Dodgers had it. Like, teams could have signed him. They offered him lowball contracts, or in the case of the Blue Jays, 10 years instead of the shorter contract. Like, they could have signed him. They chose not to. And like the idea that baseball's dead because Kyle Tucker signed a big deal. We said this last year.
Yeah.
They signed it the year before. It's bullshit. And
I will also say that like Kyle Tucker at this stage of his career, he's already won.
Yeah.
So at this point, he's hunting the biggest payday.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers provided the biggest payday. Beginning and end of story.
Yep.
And also, he could be injured the whole season and it won't matter. They're favorites to win, like by far.
Their lineup right now it's cartoony. Like, it's a cartoony looking lineup. It's unbelievable. Like, what, your Teoscar Hernandez, like your fucking number 6 hitter at this point. I mean, it's a lineup of like Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Tucker, Muncie's in there. Fucking Teoscar, Will Smith. How do I forget about Will Smith? One of the best catchers in the sport.
But it's a great hate watch. You've said this before. You did it. Cutter did it with the Bears this weekend. It's fun to root against teams that you hate. They're going to be a hate watch the entire year into the playoffs.
You know what I really hate though?
What?
Seeing all of MLB Twitter, the whole MLB world going after the Dodgers. Like, I love when everyone hates the Yankees.
Well, the Yankees are so irrelevant that they aren't there anymore. Like, they are just so feeble. Like, they're not willing to put money up like the Dodgers, and they're the only team that has revenue similar to the Dodgers.
It's like the Joker and Batman. Like, I need them. I need them to do something. But Cody Bellinger, it is.
I guess we can talk about that, huh? They gave Cody Bellinger, 5-year deal with a no trade clause, like $32 million per. That's a lot of money to be paying a guy who I think, on like analytics wise, was a league average bat last year.
Yeah, it's basically a 2-year, $85 million deal because he's going to opt out after that.
Opt out after the lockout.
Also, it's very funny how little they believe in fucking Jason Dominguez. They do not believe in his ass at all. Or Spencer Jones.
Yeah, we were doing those streams like laughing, like the guy doesn't exist anymore.
He was a pinch runner in the playoffs.
Yeah, like he's a bad defender in left field at Yankee Stadium. The fuck? It's like being a bad defender at left field at Fenway Park.
Yeah, we know one of those. I felt that, like, it sort of felt like the Suarez thing for the Red Sox. Like, they had to do it. Red Sox had to spend money on one big ticket item. The Yankees had to sign Bellinger. And if it's a 2-year deal, I don't think it's really going to bite him in the ass. Overpay, yes, but it's not going to bite him in the ass.
That's fair. And he's a good fit for their Mickey Mouse ballpark. Just straight up, he is. Hit 29 home runs last year. I expect him to do something relatively similar this year. Very good defender still at this point in his career. And it's just like, I mean, the Yankees are just running back last year's team, but with its seemingly worse bullpen, but you get Garrett Cole back. That appears to be the move.
They're going to be good, like Klemmer said. And that's why it's so tough to think about the Red Sox team trying to do pitching and defense in the American League East, which again, it'll be fun to watch see how they do it and put Breslow in a spot where he's got to go make a trade, but it ain't going to be easy.
The Orioles still aren't done yet. Like, I still think Framber is going to be an Oriole. Like, Framber Valdez to me,
nobody wants him.
He's still out there too. Yeah.
Framber Valdez's existence is literally that meme of like that dude just like looking at the camera like this. It just says, "Who want me?" It's just no. That's fucking absolutely nobody wants you, bro.
Dude, he actually sold his bag from that.
He did, just incident. Like for being a dick, like just being a complete asshole for no reason. Like, you crossed up your own catcher. Why the fuck would you do that? That's so dumb. That's such a loser thing to do. You could have gotten him seriously injured.
The funniest part about that whole incident that happened too was the fact that Volpe just watched a 93-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle.
Yeah, because he could have just swung at that. It's true.
He didn't even think about swinging.
Just the underrated portion of it. It all comes back around to Anthony Volpe slander. That's just where we always come back.
Trying to look here. Do I have this right? So this is like the Orioles lineup.
Their lineup's
Jackson
pretty good.
Holiday, Westberg, Gunnar Henderson, Pete Alonso, Rutschman, Taylor Ward. I forgot they made that Taylor Ward trade. He had 1 million bombs last year. Beavers, Cowser. Mountcastle, O'Neill.
Rutschman might be the worst hitter in that lineup.
They're like the opposite Red Sox. Like
if Tyler O'Neill remembers how to hit, they're gonna be really scary.
They smash. They're gonna smash.
They're gonna mash. Their bullpen's gonna be getting healthier. Like they're
fun division to hate. Fun division. And I should have. We just brought up last week before. I apologize to the real Red Sox diehards that forget, because Hog's younger, so he forgets just how bad Manny Machado destroyed the career of Dustin Pedroia. For you to suggest in the show that the Red Sox should trade for Manny Machado, I should have reached to my camera and slapped you. And I apologize.
That's fair.
For not doing that. And I
also I didn't realize how long that contract went on, to be honest. Like, holy fuck. Like,
it's a little long.
It's insane, and it's backloaded. Like, there's a lot of money still owed on that deal.
Dude, someone else tweeted that. Ballpark Buzz on Twitter. He tweeted that. It got 3. Like, he said, hypothetically, if the Red Sox could acquire Manny Machado, would you support it? Has 303 likes, 518 replies.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. SMH. Big sad.
Engagement.
We love we love engagement. I did that today for the Broncos fans out there, because I put out a video where I was talking about, like, do Broncos fans actually think the Bo Nix is good because they're gassing up Jarrett Stidham so much.
Actually, I mean, end on some Patriots talk. I think this happens all the time. When your team gets this far in the championship, you don't want to sit there the whole week of the game and say, we have a shitty backup quarterback playing. So they want to feel like they have.
No, I get it. But, like, also, like, what if I just troll you too? Because, like, you know what? I'm going to use your own narratives you're pushing for the sake of feeling good. I'm going to use that to be a dick. Because, like, okay, yeah, actually, if you think they're comparable, then Bo Nix actually isn't that good, and you believe that.
and there was some writer went on Boston radio today and said that the floors of, like, Drake May and Jarrett Stidham aren't that different. Like, that's fucking dumb. Like, I
don't know, man. Grow a pair of eyeballs.
That's not Denver fans coping with, holy shit, we were on the doorstep of a home game with Bo Nix, and now he's out because he broke his foot on a kneel down at the end of the game. That's that. Fans are coping. The media are just being clowns. That's what they do.
I'm just ready for the narrative to switch again, man. Like, I'm ready for it. It's gonna be great. Like, if the Pats win that game, it's gonna just be like, oh well, you beat Jarrett Stidham. It's like, I don't know, man. We got people saying that, like, Jarrett Stidham is like the fucking second coming. Like, he's the secret weapon. That's why he hasn't taken a snap in 2 years. They've just been hiding him. You're keeping him in store just in case.
You better hope they don't squeak this out somehow.
They could.
Let the Pats be embarrassing.
Denver can win this game. Absolutely. But his pass for their defense is that good. The Patriots don't get pressure on Stidham. He gets the ball out. Peyton carves it up, and they win a very close game.
It's like carve up who? Like, what the fuck's Cortland Sutton doing against Christian Gonzalez? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Like, are they going to run the ball? No. It's one of the best run defense units in the sport.
Okay.
And you're telling me, like, oh yeah, you know what they say? The famous saying, "Don't give Jarrett Stidham time. He's going to break your defense down." Are we being fucking serious? Like, Jarrett Stidham is going to sit there and surgically dissect your defense? Let's be fucking so for real. Like, listen, dude, I remember, like, last week going into the Texans game, I'm like, I feel even better about this game than I did against the Chargers in the Chargers game.
I agreed last week. I did too.
And it's like, at this point, with Bo Nix not at quarterback, the Broncos are a worse Texans. Why would I think that the result is going to be any different?
Is there a chance Jarrett Stidham's better than CJ Stroud, though?
Yeah, but I also don't think that the Broncos defense is going to be able to do to Drake May what the Houston defense did to Drake May. Even, like, when Drake May was seeing ghosts, he still threw 3 touchdowns.
That was crazy. Yeah, that was.
And making, like, that insane throw, and then also catch, obviously, by Booty. But the throw was amazing, too. It was in a place where only Booty could have caught it.
Unbelievable throw. And I think they'll probably win, and Cutter's going to have to deal with us for 3 more weeks with this team. But I don't. It's not the slam dunk I felt like Houston was. I felt very confident that.
I would be shocked if the Patriots lose this game. Straight up shocked. Because in a normal scenario, like, if I thought, like, we had a lesser coach, I'd be like, I hope the guys aren't looking past their opponent. Yeah. But Mike Vrabel has been amazing at getting his guys ready to play. Like, how many times this year do we hear the fucking phrase trap game? It was at least 12. Like, I think over under on trap game this year for the Patriots was like fucking 12 and a half. And every time they got up and they were ready to play.
He's been great. I do think I think the guy is going to have a monster game. I don't know what maybe. I think it's going to be lower scoring games. So comparatively, I don't know what a monster game will be. But it's a Hunter Henry day on Sunday. Hunter Henry Sunday. Book it.
Big day for Hunter Henry. Like, yeah, Pat Surtain's going to do his thing against either Booty or Diggs, whoever they
Probably
choose to
Diggs,
put him on.
Take Diggs out of the game because Diggs has been so good on third down.
They like using Diggs in the slot though. Like, how often are they going to put Surtain in the slot?
Yeah, I know he sometimes will match up and lock up on one guy, but is that guy normally in the slot? Very good point. But they also have Riley Moss, who's pretty good. Gets a lot of penalties on him on the outside, but defense is good. Offensive line is good. Quarterback's a huge question mark. Coach is not. I think Sean Payton's a good coach. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. This is honestly, I know you believe they would get here. You have a nice wager on them to win, but I'm floored they're in this spot in year 2 with Drake May. It's been unbelievable.
I genuinely think 30-10 is on the board. I think 30-10 is on the board.
Wow.
How are they going to score? Tell me, how are the Broncos scoring points? That's where I keep coming back to. How are they scoring?
Pick 6.
So not the offense.
I'm sorry, Drake May.
Yeah. If they get to 30 on the road in Denver would be.
Mind you, the Patriots have not lost a game on the road this season.
Yeah, Road Warriors. Like,
the thing is, like, my concern going to the playoffs is they don't really play that well at home. And they figured it out. They beat CJ Stroud. They beat Justin Herbert, who also, like, the Chargers going into that game, everyone knew their offensive line sucked. But, like, Herbert had been persevering all year despite that fact. And then all of a sudden, they're worthless. They suck. Even though the Chargers have a really good defense. Like, we've seen nothing but good defenses so far. It was the Chargers and then the Texans. I think Drake genuinely is going to feel like sunshine and rainbows seeing a defense that isn't the Texans.
Maybe, but maybe you're underrating how tough it is to play in Denver in a win or go home game. I think a place like Gillette, outdoor game, supposed to be beautiful Sunday in Denver. I think it's be loud as all hell. And he's played well on the road this year. It's the toughest place they played all year in the biggest game. So I wish I was as confident as you felt. I love what you're oozing. I can see it on this camera. You're oozing confidence right now.
I haven't felt better about a game this playoffs. Like, Sean Payton's very smart. You can only scheme your way around Jarrett Stidham so much, especially when you're not going to be able to run the ball. Like, I'm so confident in that. You're not going to be able to run the fucking ball. Like, this, when Milton Williams and Robert Spillane were healthy, James Cook couldn't run the ball against the New England Patriots. And you're telling me, like, defense. Even if J.K. Dobbins comes back, you're not fucking running on this team. It's not going to happen. So that means Jarrett Stidham's going to have to drop back 30 to 40 times and beat you. It's not, no. Suck down some water. My apologies. Did we have anything else we want to touch on, boys?
Did we get
I just saw
on Sunday.
I just saw a report. McCaffrey's a source with the Red Sox recently noted a preference to play Marcelo Meyer at third base rather than second.
I mean, they might be done, man. They might not be trading for anybody else.
Oh. Okay, well,
or Nico Horner.
Or maybe Horner is the deal. I guess. Does Nico Horner get you excited? Like, he's a really good defender, but like fucking.
No one's horny for Horner. No.
Like, I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's a good player. Like, he's a good defender, average bat. And maybe his bat will play up because he's playing at Fenway. But I don't know, man. Like, you need more pop.
That's the problem. There's just no perfect player. You could get the player with pop with below average defense, or Nico Horner, who's an amazing defender, but meh at the plate.
Again, I'll pretend, and I don't know who the name is, but I would think Duran and a pitching prospect who you have many of would get you a decent upgrade at second base. Is it that difficult? Am I that stupid?
It should.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I feel it, brother. That's whatever.
I was in a good mood. Thanks a lot.
We continue in advance. Anything else we want to touch on, boys?
Probably should mention too, Bo Bichette, Mets.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Bo Bichette's a Met. Good for him. I mean,
Klemmer on. We didn't ask Klemmer what he's a big Mets guy. Shit.
Yeah, we should have asked him about Bo Bichette. I'm sure he's just happy about it. But
yeah, it was pretty surprising he ended up there.
Makes sense. Yeah. High AV, get the opt out.
Yeah, 1 year deal.
replaces, in a different way, the production you get from Alonso, while also shaking up the leadership group. Though I don't think Bo Bichette has ever been touted as a truly great leader.
Yeah,
the funniest thing, he had his press conference today. He said that he wants to win a championship. That's why he went to the Mets. Someone quote tweeted it. They were like, he left the reigning AL champions to go to a team that had like one of the most historic, like most devastating blows to a collapse.
Do you think the Blue Jays just didn't want him back, fellas?
I think part of it. Yeah. I also think they think they could just spend that money better elsewhere. They also have a lot of infielders and a lot of really good quality, young, cheap infielders.
I think they thought they were getting Tucker.
That too. Real.
Yeah. I think they were okay moving on.
Yeah, 100%. I think the Red Sox fans who were disappointed were, if you thought they were getting Suarez and Bichette, you haven't been following this team. I'm sorry.
Absolutely not. Hell yeah, fellas. Any last thoughts?
That's all from me.
I feel
I want to go deal with two little monsters.
Parenthood, ladies and gentlemen. Parenthood.
Can we text my wife and tell we're still going to like 10 tonight?
It's super special.
Go Patriots.
Go
kick
Pats.
some ass. And
go for a great game this Sunday, man. Cannot wait. I'll be out in Chicago yet again.
Knock on wood. Let's go.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in this installment of Dirty Water. Find me at Twitter at Hogdale_. Find Mutt at Mike Nansky. Find KutterIsKing at KutterIsKing. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. Go Pats. Go Sox. See you next time.
Peace.
See ya.